Hi. So in today's video, we'll be discussing a very important concept which is called dishonest merchant, where a shopkeeper will cheat the customers and sometimes the wholesaler also. Fine. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the example here. I'll try to explain it using this example here. While selling, a shopkeeper cheats his customer by 10%. Now, what does it mean? If a shopkeeper cheats you by 10%, that means he's not going to charge 10% extra. Remember that. He'll give you 10% less quantity, whatever you'll ask for. So it says that sells 900 grams for every 1 kg. And he claims to sell the product at the cost price. So what's his profit percent? Fine. So let's say the shopkeeper purchases 1000 grams from wholesaler at 1000 rupees. Fine. You went to the same shop, you asked the shopkeeper that give me 1000 grams. He'll say that I'll sell at the cost price. That's why he'll charge how much? 1000 grams. But his habit is what? He'll give you 10% less quantity. That means he'll give you only 900 grams. So can we say this is a buying rate and this is a selling rate? And we have discussed this concept in the first video of profit and loss. Either I'll make the quantity equal or the money equal. By default, here the money is what? Same. I've invested 1000 rupees and I've recovered 1000 rupees. So what's my profit? There is no profit, no loss in terms of money. But if you look at the quantity, I purchased 1000 grams from the wholesaler and I gave you only 900 grams. And by doing so, I recovered my money. So what's my profit? It's 100 gram left with me. And what was that formula, if you remember? Profit person is always equal to article left by article sold into 100. So what's the quantity left here? It's 100 gram with me. And I've sold how much? 900 gram. So 100 by 900 into 100 gives you how much? 11.11%. People feel that his profit should be 10% because he cheats you by what? 10%. No. Actually, he sold only 900 grams and he made a profit equal to 100 grams. That's why the base would be 900. Let's take one more example here. If the selling price of 12 apples sold by shopkeeper is same as the cost price of 15 apples. This is the same concept if you remember that. How do we write it? Selling price of 12 apples is equal to what? Cost price of 15 apples. Yes, so that means he'll buy 15 apples, but he'll recover the money by selling only 12 apples. So he left with how many apples? His profit is 3 apples. So what's the profit? We have already discussed these kind of questions in the previous slide, previous video. I'm left with 3 apples and I've recovered my money. So how do we write it? Profit person is quantity left by quantity sold into 100. So this gives you how much? 25%. Although it's not a question of what? False weighing or dishonest purchasing. But I've applied the same formula here. Look at this one. While selling, a shopkeeper cheats his customer by 20%. What does it mean? If you ask for 100 grams, he'll give you 80 grams. If you ask for 1 kg, he'll give you 800 grams. If his selling price is same as the cost price, although he claims to sell the product at the cost price, that means he says that my profit is 0%, I'm doing social service. But actually, he cheats you in terms of what? Quantity. He cheats you in terms of what? Quantity. Yes or no? Okay. So let's assume that he purchased 1000 grams and he paid 1000 rupees to the wholesaler. You went to his shop, you also asked for 1000 grams. He'll say that, give me 1000 rupees, but he'll not give you 1000 grams, he'll give you only 800 grams. So this becomes your buying rate, this becomes your selling rate. What's the profit in terms of money? There is no profit, no loss. Yes or no? But in terms of quantity, he's left with what? He has saved 200 grams. So profit person becomes how much? Quantity left by what's the quantity sold there? 800. So your profit becomes how much? 25%. So this is how we can calculate the profit percentage. Fine. We have already discussed this method in the previous class by making quantity same or money same. Let's look at one more. While selling, a shopkeeper cheats his customer by 20%. Fine, the same line, but now his selling price is 10% less than the cost price. He says that I'm going to sell the product at a loss. How do we solve it? He's going to purchase 1,000 grams for 1,000 rupees. He'll give 1,000 rupees to the wholesaler and gets 1,000 grams. So this becomes the buying rate. What's the selling rate? He cheats you by 20%. That means instead of 1,000 grams, he'll give you only 800 grams. And he says that my selling price is 10% less than the cost price. That means he'll give you this quantity for 900 rupees. Yes, sir. Now, what's the profit or loss percent here? We know that there were two methods. Either I'll make the quantity equal or money equal. Let's make the quantity equal here. This is 1,000, this is 800. The LCM of 1,000 and 800 will be 4,000. Yes or no? So let's multiply the first equation by 4 and the second equation by 5. So the new buying rate becomes how much? He got 4,000 grams and he paid how much? 4,000 rupees. Then we'll sell this at the rate of what? 4,000 grams, 5 into 800. And we'll pay how much? 4,500. Say sold the whole quantity. Look at the investment. He made an investment of 4,000 and he got 4,500 back. So what's the profit percent? It's 4,500 minus 4,000. That is 500. Cost price was 4,000 into 100. It comes out to be how much? 1 by 8. And we know that 1 by 8 is how much? 12.5%. So his profit becomes 12.5%. Fine. Let's look at one more case here. A shopkeeper 10 cheats 10% while buying and 10% while selling. That means now he's going to cheat both the wholesaler and the customer. How is going to cheat the wholesaler? Will he pay 10% less? No. He'll take 10% extra quantity. Yes or no? Let's say he asks for 100 grams, which is equal to 100 rupees. So what's the buying rate? We'll ask the wholesaler that give me 100 grams and he'll pay 100 rupees, but instead of 100 grams, we'll take 110 grams. And while selling it to the customer, he'll charge same 100 rupees, but he'll not give him 100 gram, he'll cheat him by 10%. He'll cheat him by 10%. What does it mean? What does it mean? We'll give him only 90 grams. Yes or no? Although he got 110 grams for 100 rupees, but he's going to sell only 90 grams for 100 rupees. That means there's no profit, no loss in terms of what? In terms of money. But in terms of quantity, he has saved 20 grams. On a base of what? He has sold 90. So now this profit becomes 2 by 9, which is equal to what? 22.22%. Then look at this value. If you compare the previous questions, now his profit has increased. The reason is he's going to cheat what? The wholesaler also. So the method is very clear. Either we'll make the quantity equal or the money equal. You'll try to write the buying rate as well as selling rate. Now, what's the next change here? He'll charge 20% more. Otherwise, the other things are same. He cheats the wholesaler by 10%. What does it mean? He'll take 100 grams, but he'll pay only 100 rupees while buying and 10% while selling. That means if you ask for 100 grams, he'll give you only 90 grams. And he claims to sell the product at 20% higher price. That means today he'll not charge 100, he'll charge 120 rupees. Yes, sir. What's the profit percentage? This is the buying rate and this one is selling rate. Let's make the quantity equal. What should I multiply here to make them equal? I think this should be multiplied by 9 and this should be multiplied by 11. So what's the new rate? He got 990 grams and he paid 900 rupees. And he sold 990 grams and he got how much? 11 into 12. That is 1320 rupees. Yes or no? So what's the profit percent? He has invested only 900 rupees and he got how much back? 1320. So his profit becomes 420 rupees on an investment of 900. So this 100 is going to cancel it out 9 times. So my answer will be 420 by 9. Now what's 420 by 9? So 9 into 4, 36. Now 9 into 4 is 36, end up at 60. 9 into 6. 9 into 6 is 54. What was left here, if you remember? 9 into 4 is 36. I was left with how much? 60. So I should say 9 into 6. That is 54. I'll put point here. I'll get 60 again. So 9 into 4. That is 46.66%. I believe this is clear to everyone. Let's look at this one. A dishonest shopkeeper says that he sells his goods at the cost price, but actually he uses a faulty weight, fine, and sells as 1 kg what is really on 750 grams. Now, what does it mean? He says that he sells his goods at the cost price. That means he's not going to make any profit. He uses a faulty weight and sells as 1 kg, but actually it's only 750 grams. Find his overall profit or loss percent. What does it mean? He'll buy 100 grams for 1000 rupees, sorry, 1000 grams. And he'll give you only 750 grams, but charge for what 1000 grams. That means he'll get 1000 rupees back. So he saved how much? 250 grams on a base of what? 750. So what's the profit percent? 1 by 3 in 200, which must be equal to 33.33%. Yes or no? I hope this is clear to everyone. Again, the similar kind of question. He sells his product at the cost price, but uses a weight of 800 grams instead of a kg. That means he's going to save 200 grams on every 800 grams sold. So now, what's the profit percent? 1 by 4 means 25%. So the correct answer becomes first option. Okay, now he offers a discount also on the cost price, but he uses a weight of 800 grams per kg. So what he'll do, he'll buy 1000 grams for 1000 rupees. If you go to his shop and ask for 1000 grams, he'll not give you 1000 grams, he'll give you only 800 grams. And he gives you a profit discount, it's a discount of 20% on the cost price. What was the cost price? 1000. So 20% of 1000 means 200 rupees discount. So you'll end up paying how much? 800. Now look at the buying rate as well as selling rate. Both are same. 1000 grams for 1000 rupees, that means price will become what? 1 rupee per gram. Same as it. That means in this transaction, he is not going to make any profit or loss. So the answer becomes first option. Okay. A dealer professes to sell his goods at the cost price, but he uses a false weight and gains 11 1 by 9% for a kg. For a kg, he uses a weight of how much? Fine. Now we know that profit percent was equal to how much? The quantity saved by, and how is going to save the quantity? How is that is indicated weight, which will be seen on the weighing machine minus the actual weight divided by actual weight into 100. This is how we calculate what the quantity left and quantity sold. Now the indicated weight was how much? 1000 grams. Actual weight, I don't know. I'll write it like this into 100. The profit is given equal to 11 by 9. Now, what is 11 1 by 9? I believe it's 100 by 9. Yes or no? This 100 will be cancelled out. After cross multiplication, what do we get? So 10 times of actual weight will become how much? 9. So what's the actual weight here? This was 1000 minus actual weight. When you multiply it, this gives you 9000. 9000 minus this. So what's the actual weight obtained by the customer? 9000 by 10. That is only 900 grams. What does it mean? Instead of a kg, he uses a weight of only 900 grams. So the answer becomes first option. A similar kind of question, he is going to cheat both the wholesaler and the customer. He buys 20% more than what he pays for. That means he'll get 1200 grams, but he'll pay for only 1000 grams. Let's say the price of 1 gram is 1. And while selling it to the customer, he sells 20% less than he quotes. If the customer asks for 1000 grams, he'll give him only 800 grams. But he'll charge for 1000 grams, which is equal to 1000. So look at this, there's no profit, no loss in terms of what? In terms of money. But he has already saved some quantity here. So again, I'll apply the same formula. Profit percent is equal to quantity left. How much? 400 grams by quantity sold into 100. So what's the answer? Well, half means 50%. So the answer becomes 50. So I hope this is clear to everyone. In these kind of questions, you need to write only what? Buying rate and selling rate. After that, make the quantity equal or the money equal. Yes, sir. Thank you.